The next heading is macro environment factors. This is general or overall environment in which the business operates. So the success of a business is depend on its ability to adapt to the macro environment, since these are uncontrollable factors. So environmental factors are controllable factors, but macro environmental factors are uncontrollable factors. So macro environmental factors are economic, socio-cultural, political and legal, geophysical, technology, globals. So first one, the general or remote environment factors are follows. They are economic environment. The business is an integral part of the economic system prevalent in nation. The multiple variables in the macro environment system which has bearing a business include. So economic environment is an integral part of the business. So the nature of economy based on the stage of development, nature of economy, economic system, the economic policies of a nation, economic indices, development of financial market, economic structures. So these are the economic factors. So the nature of economy based on the stage of development, the nature of economic system. The economic system can be classified as capitalist, socialist and mixed economy. The economic policies of a nation's monetary policy, fiscal policy, export-import policies. Then economic indices. The economic indices like GDP and GNP. GDP means gross domestic product. GNP means gross national product, national income, per capita income, balance of payment, etc. Then development of financial markets are money market, capital market, securities market and the banking system. Then economic structures include capital formation, investment pattern, composition of trade, balance, occupational distribution of workforce and the structure of national output. So the above 6 factors are the economic environmental factors. The next one, socio-cultural environment. Business is a part of the society. So social environment refer to the sum total of factors of the society in which the business is located. So social and cultural environment of the society affects the business. It is dynamic and include the behavior of individual, the role and importance of family, customs, traditions, beliefs and values, the literacy level and the social attitude of the people of the society. The socio-cultural environment also includes the following: the social institutions and groups, family structure, role of marriage as an institution, caste system, customs, beliefs and values, demographic factors which includes the age, size, composition, literacy level, distribution and mobility of the populations, and last one, the lifestyle of the people and their taste and preferences. The 7 points are the socio-cultural environment. The factors include the socio-cultural environments. So society in and around. So the population age, their tastes and preferences, their customs and beliefs, their caste, their role of marriage, family structures, etc. And third one, political and legal environment. The framework for running business is given by the political and legal environment. The major element of the legal and political environment are political stability, political organization, the image of the leader of the country, legal framework, the constitution of the nations, the foreign policy of the country. So the political stability, the legislative, executive and judiciary are the 3 political institutions which direct and influence of the business. The image of the leader. So the image of the leader and the country in the international area. Then legal framework, foreign policies, the constitutions of the nations. So these are the political and legal environment. Then geophysical environment. The natural, geographical and ecological factors have a bearing on the business. These are as the availability of natural resources like mineral, oil, their weather and climate conditions, of water, availability of water and other natural resources, topographical factors like terrain, impact, type of business, since the demand consumption pattern may vary in these. Then ecological factors are now gaining momentum. Then location of certain industries is influenced by the geographical conditions. For example, in Tamil Nadu, the concentration of cotton textile industry in Coimbatore is due to conducive weather conditions. Then availability of natural harbors and port facilities for transporting goods. And then technological environment. The development in the IT and telecommunications has created a global market. The dynamic environment also includes the following. They are the level of technology available, rate of change in technology, technology adopted by competitors, technological obsolescence. Then global environment. So global environment with the rapid growth of technology of the physical boundaries are fast disappearing and a new global market is emerging. The international environmental factors which affects a business as follows. They are differences in language and culture, differences in currencies, differences in norms and practices, differences in taste and preference, tax structure, differences in the degree of adoptions and technology. Then future environment of business. So in the macro environmental factors, we discuss about economic environment, socio-cultural environment, political legal environment, geophysical environment, technological environment and global environment. The next heading is future environment of business. The future environment of business in this age of rapid technological advance has been captured aptly in the acronym of VUCA: volatility, uncertainty, complexity, and ambiguity. Developed in the 80s of US military, every business has to take strategic decisions. So the dynamic, ever-changing environment, unpredictability of various factors, the multiplicity of forces affecting business, and the lack of clarity are the variables which affect the business. It is now important for every business to meet the challenges posed by the environment in order to remain competitive. Then corporate governance. Corporate governance is a set of rules and policies which governs a company. So corporate governance is nothing but a set of rules and policies which governs by a company. It provides a framework for managing a company and achieving its objectives. It gives guidelines for internal control, performance measurement, and corporate disclosures. Corporate governance is based on the four fundamental pillars of fairness, transparency, accountability, and responsibility. So, four pillars, namely fairness, transparency, accountability, and responsibility. In India, the Kumaramangalam Birla Committee 2000, Narayana Murthy Committee 2003, Adi Kodrej Committee 2008, presently Uday Koda Committee were constituted to give comprehensive framework for corporate governance. The present corporate governance norms included in the Companies Act 2013, SEBI listing regulations and clause 49 of the listing agreement are the outcome of the discussion by these committees. The Indian corporate governance framework requires listed companies. First one, to have independent directors on the board. to have at least one independent woman directors, to disclose all deals and payments to related parties, to disclose details of managerial compensation, CEO and CFO to sign stating that governance norms has been compiled within the financial statements. It can thus be included that the presence of active governance norms in a company enhances the image of the company. Then GST, Goods and Service Tax. The GST is the indirect tax levied on goods and services across the country. It is a comprehensive multi-stage destination-based tax that is levied on every value additions. There are 3 taxes applicable under the system. They are CGST, Central Government, Central Goods and Service Tax collected by the central government, and SGST collected by the state government in an intra-state level. Then IGST collected by the central government for inter-state sale. So these are the types of goods and service tax: CGST, SGST and IGST. CGST collected by the central government on an intra-state sale. Example, transaction happening in Tamil Nadu. Then SGST collected by the state government on an intra-state sale. Example, transaction happening within Tamil Nadu. Then IGST collected by the central government for interstate sale. Example, Punjab to Tamil Nadu. Then purpose. The GST purpose. The Goods and Service Tax Councils shall make recommendation to the Union and the states. The taxes, cesses, surcharges levied by the Union, the goods and services that may be subjected to or exempted from the goods and service tax. Model goods and service tax laws, principles of levy are appointed. Then the rates including floor rates with bands of goods and service tax. Any special rate or rates for a specific period. Special provision with respect to the states. Any other matter relating to the goods and service tax as the council may decide. Then purpose. At the Tata Group, we are committed to improving the quality of life of the communities. We do this by striving the leadership of global competitiveness. Then core values. Tata has always been values driven. These values continue to direct the growth of business. The 5 core Tata values underpinning the way we do business are integrity, excellence, unity, responsibility, pioneering, mission. So integrity means we will be fair, honest and transparent. Excellence, we will be passionate about achieving the highest standard. Then unity, we will invest in our people and partners, enable continuous learning and build caring and collaborative business. Then responsibility, we will integrate the environment, social principles in our business. Then pioneering, we will be bold and agile, courageously taking on challenge. Then mission, to improve the quality of life of the communities. That's all, children. So from this lesson, we studied about the meaning, definition of business environment, factors affecting the business environment, internal factors, external, micro-environmental factors, macro-environmental factors, and corporate governance, future environment of business, and GST, goods and service taxes. That's all, children. I will see you soon with my next video. Revise the lesson side by side and send your answers to me. Thank you, children.